wish I had better news. Commander Data attacked us in the mission scout ship yesterday. Rolfo and I have decided to send in an assault team.
Data, the android, goes berserk, and Captain Picard prepares to take drastic measures in Star Trek Insurrection. It's one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel Ebert. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Star Trek Insurrection is the 9th Star Trek movie, and while the series can apparently run forever, well on into the 21st, even 22nd century, I'm sure this is not one of the stronger entries. One problem, the villains are below par. Another problem, the central question in the plot isn't very interesting. We learn that Data was involved in a secret surveillance of the people of the Baku race who live on a planet that's like the Garden of Eden and have apparently discovered the secret of eternal youth. On the planet's surface, Picard joins a Baku woman, and there's something about the very atmosphere of the planet that means love is in the air.
What you're seeing is a computer-driven image created by photons and force fields.
I know what a hologram is, Captain. The question is, why would anyone want to create one of our village?
Of course, that's Patrick Stewart as the captain and Donna Murphy as the Baku woman, who is, we learn, about 300 years old. Meanwhile, the secrets of the Baku are sought by Rolfo, leader of the sonar race, which is dying out and is willing to use violence to preserve itself.
If Picard or any of his people interfere, eliminate them.
The Sona want to forcibly relocate the Baku, which would be against the Federation's core beliefs, its prime directive. But Picard discovers the Federation High Command is willing to bend the rules.
Jean-Luc, we're only moving 600 people.
How many people does it take, Admiral, before it becomes wrong? 1,000? 50,000? 1,000,000? How many people does it take, Admiral?
In protest, Picard leads a revolt against the Federation. Meanwhile, of course, there are battles in space with the usual sparks and smoke filling the command deck of the Starship Enterprise, which most of the time seems to be on fire in these movies.
What's inside that nebula cluster?
Cometary debris, pockets of unstable Metreon gas. We don't want to go in there, sir.
Yes, we do. I'll take it from here, Ensign.
One problem I have with Star Trek Insurrection is that I thought the evil Sona people had a pretty good point. Why not relocate the 600 Baku people if that might mean health and long life for billions of Federation inhabitants? The whole movie, in fact, is less than compelling. It feels creaky as it grinds through a fairly standard plot, and it's shorter than the usual Star Trek epic at only 103 minutes, as if even the filmmakers realized that their material was thin.
I don't think it was that thin. I think that speech about relocating in the numbers is pretty profound and in the spirit of the Star Trek films, and it's more profound, let's say, than anything Yoda ever said. And also, I thought the effects. Traditionally, Star Trek films have lagged Star Wars films, for example, in effects. Here, with the heads popping up and some of this, I mean, I hadn't seen that stuff before, and I liked that. And here's something else. I found out who wrote this picture because I didn't think it was underwritten or whatever you're saying. It's a guy who used to work at this very television station where we...
My heart beats still.
Yeah. Michael Piller. I knew him about 25 years ago. I'm not giving it a positive review because of that, but I'm just acknowledging that fact that, you know, there's something in the air that can work. I would say I wanted to move into that planet, and I think that's the drive.
Well, you know, it's a whole planet. It has 600 people in it. Why couldn't the Sona move into another hemisphere or something? I mean, why does it have to be these 600 people or nothing? It seems to me like the whole logic behind this
Well, here's where the
business.
fountain, you go where the fountain is.
Well, but also the metaphasic radiation in the rings around the planet, Gene. That's also very important.
Yeah, I'd like to be on terra firma rather than in the rings.
Okay. We split on Star Trek Insurrection. I thought it was one of the lesser Star Trek epics with a thin plot premise, but Gene thought it was one of the better films in the series.